Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, what do I want to start out with? I think I could do, like... Let me do the Electrify stuff first, because that's pretty straightforward. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, plasma, and then I'll just side Moon Blast to just damage myself a little bit. Okay. And now I'll use Electrify to turn my moves into electric type. And I'll use Charm and see if this heals me. Charm does heal me, so I would have expected to happen. Okay, now let's do the same thing, but for Decorate. Decorate. Interesting. That's why. Okay. Huh. That is. This is kind of what I expected to happen. Huh. Okay. So it's It did raise my stats there. Interesting. So I would think that means that then any move that is like that, where it can raise stats, would be immune to this principle. So I'll have to compile a list of that real quick. And I'll just test all of those. But that should be any that are in move group 2 that can raise an ally, which I believe, let me just go through it real fast. But that should be... you can't target with charge. I was thinking for some reason you could for a second there, but that's not right. Yeah. Howl, maybe. Could be Howl. Howl. Rototiller isn't usable in the game anymore, so I can't test that. Aromatic Mist. Aromatic Mist. I guess they would like self-absorb them, if that's how that worked. Yeah, then coaching is the other one. Okay. Anyway, that's interesting. Okay. So I will definitely double check that a little bit more later. I'll go ahead and I'll check my... this one. This is a pretty straightforward one. It's Safety Goggles versus Ice Body. Whether or not Safety Goggles prevents the Pokemon from healing from Ice Body. I actually have no idea whether or not it will. So I'll go ahead and I'll use Hail, and I'll just go here and use Destiny Bond. Alright. So I'll use this. Jellicent's buffeted. I still heal. Okay. That makes sense to me. I would have been actually kind of surprised if that was not how it worked. So I'll go ahead and I'll take... That was a very, very straightforward one for the Safety Goggles one. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this one out. Yeah. Okay, and then I can just switch this guy out. And then I just used Destiny Bond with Jellicent, as you already saw, so... I'm going to go ahead and now use Destiny Bond again, and you're going to see that it fails. So it failed, yep. So now I'm going to use Destiny Bond into another Destiny Bond. So this Destiny Bond should succeed, but I'm not sure about the subsequent one. So Destiny Bond, yep, works. Instruct. Okay, use Destiny Bond. But it failed. Interesting. Okay, so it did fail again there. So I would assume that means if I killed the Gelatin, I'd be able to see whether or not it's actually active. Because I think, yeah, I think it shows, if I remember right. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch to Oranguru and use a full restore fast. I don't remember if Destiny Bond has a volatile that shows up in the YM post screen or not, but that'd be the easiest way to check to see whether or not it actually was set. Because I assume that doesn't, like, turn it off. So if I use Instruct again, the most recent move that I've used is Destiny Bond. And so I'll then... Oh, I need to Lepa Berry this, though. So I'll go ahead and use Lepa Berry. And then I'll just use Splash for now. So I'm just going to verify that I can actually Instruct Splash. I'm pretty sure I can, but I'm going to just check that real fast. Because the Oranguru is faster than the Gelatin. So I can Instruct, force it to use Splash. Right, nothing happens. But it's not above it failed, so that's good. And if I check the Gelatin, it now has a Destiny Bond volatile, so let's go ahead and try this again. So if I use Instruct again, and now I use Splash. So if I turn that around, so if I use Instruct, now it's going to force it to use Destiny Bond again and see if that works. It does not, and then I use Splash again, and it fails again. So, as you can see, I don't have it set now. And what if I do it the other way around, though? So if I do Destiny Bond into Destiny Bond, Destiny Bond, do I get it, or does it fail again? So I Destiny Bond, and now I have active Destiny Bond. So now if I use Instruct and Destiny Bond again, this will, the first one will Instruct and then cause it to use Destiny Bond. Definitely fail, but what about this next one? It also worked. So that does work. Alright, interesting. I didn't actually expect it to behave that way, but that's about what that's good at least to see. I think that's all I can test with these guys, so I can just go ahead and kill the Swirlix now. Now you can see what happens if I try to use Instruct on a Pokemon with no move. You'll see it should fail, yep, because I don't have any Destiny Bonds left to use. Okay. Alright. Hello, Discordial. Let's go ahead then. I'm gonna update my list here. So that's how Destiny Bond versus Instruct behaves. So I'm gonna go ahead now and do one of the Smoke Ball tests. And with Runaway as well. So I'm not exactly sure how some of this works, but it's kind of in the same area where I was testing other things, so I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of it while I'm here. How did Destiny Bond versus Instruct behave? If you force it to use Destiny Bond again, then it will fail. But if you use it twice during the same turn, like if you like previous turn Destiny Bond, then you use Destiny Bond and Instruct Destiny Bond, then it will work at the end of the turn. So it does not just keep failing. So we've got Sableye here. Let's go ahead and just use him. Sableye. And I'll give him... Yeah, it's... No, not like that, Discordial. It operates on the same counter like you would normally expect. Like, because it goes success, fail, success, fail, success, fail, normally. And Instruct doesn't change that. How did Safety Goggles Ice Body work? It was... you healed, so it wasn't as if you were ignoring it. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna give Sableye here Runaway, and then also give it the Smoke Ball item. And I'm gonna give another Pokemon. Smoke Ball. And run away. Alright, let's grab these two guys. No, it does not have any chance to work twice in a row, Discordial. It will always fail if you use it twice in a row. So it cannot do what you said. You can do success turn 1, then fail turn 2, then success turn 2. It like alternates. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and just find one of these guys. Stuff a little. Alright, so I should just always be able to run away from this. But I don't remember if it like shows a message or not. Okay, so it shows run away, and then it says I got away safely. So it shows run away, even though I'm a ghost type. So it still showed that. So what if I have these guys? Because as a ghost type, I think you're supposed to always be able to run away from these guys as well. So if I run here, run away activates, and that's all. So it looks like run away kicks in before the item would. So let's go ahead and just swap the smoke ball to like one of these guys and do this. Yeah, but they don't, I don't know if they have a message or not. If I run away here, it says I fled using my smoke ball. So it looks like it like goes run away, then smoke ball. So, which makes sense because it's an ability, and abilities will have 4 items generally if they're the same event. I'll just go ahead and grab me a level 1 ghost Pokemon with like no speed. What's the slowest ghost type Pokemon that exists? Speed less than say 20. Sandygast. Sandygast is very slow. Sandygast. Alright. Why did I not write? Should have written to it. Sandygast. There we go. Alright. Sandygast. So this guy is very, very slow. I have not been in the wild area in forever, but I'll just go ahead and I'll try to run away from this guy. And then I'll try... I believe whether or not you can run away... No, it doesn't. I just hacked a Pokemon real fast. Alright, I was able to run away. No problem there. Can you think of another high-level Pokemon that's around in the wild area? I have not been in the wild area in a while. Garbodor does not seem that fast to me. Liepard is kind of fast. Level 60. Yeah, I'm running away first time. I think you always have a chance of this happening. I'm not actually sure of how the calculation works for this. I think there's a Corviknight around here somewhere, if I remember right. It has been a hot minute since I've been around the wild area. Yeah, there's the Corviknight, yeah. It's got pressure. It's still level 60, so I may be mistaken on that. Maybe they're only higher level when you, like when you're earlier on in the game. But I've been successfully running away from a lot of these Pokemon, so. Oh, I thought it was Legends Arceus, and I tried to just run off the cliff. Alright, got Stunky. Run away. Yep. I've been successfully running away off against all of these, so I'm assuming that means ghost types can always run. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's no fall damage in this game. So I'm assuming that means that, yeah, there's nothing I can do with this guy, so I'll go ahead and I will... let's go ahead and reset. So it seems pretty clear to me that, it's like, it's Runaway first, then it's Smoke Ball. Oh, I guess I didn't check a ghost type with just Smoke Ball. I'll make sure to do that next time. So I'll need to make sure I do that. Just a ghost type with just Smoke Ball. So the Electrify boosting will be the next thing I want to do. Because we already saw how that works with Decorate, but I'm just going to go ahead and use a bunch of other moves that are like it. And see how that interacts with everything. So we got Electrify. And then I'll give another Pokemon. We already saw Decorate, how that works, but I'll go ahead and I'll grab it again just for funsies. And then Coaching, Howl, and Aromatic Mist. Or Aromatic Mist. I don't actually know how you say it. How do you say that move? Have you tried out Partners in Crime? I looked into it like in Gen 7, but I haven't looked at it at all in this gen. Okay, we got this guy, we got Electrifymon. Okay, so I got both of those. We got the knockoff Jank. So I can do the knockoff Jank right now. That'd be okay, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the knockoff Jank. So for that, I need a Pokemon that normally can't lose its item. So like, let's see here. Let me try to think of one. Giratina would be a good example. Do I have a Giratina? Oh, I can't control F for it. Yeah, Zacian would be an easier one. Yeah, that's true. I don't actually know. Well, I don't know how. I'm not 100% sure how Zacian works with this. I am gonna actually look at Giratina specifically. I could have swore I had a Giratina around here somewhere. Or anything else that's like it I could use. It wouldn't be that far back, so... Genesect? Oh yeah, Genesect will work. These are my hacky... Oh, this one's more legit. So this will work. Okay, box 19. Alright. So I'm not going to give it... Well, I'm going to have a couple Genesects, because they're kind of weird on how this all works in general. So I'm going to have knockoff. Then I'm going to have another Genesect that's exactly like this, but with no item. And then I'm going to have some random Pokemon with a burn drive. And then I'm going to have another random Pokemon with knockoff. Okay. So I'll have this Genesect. Should now have knockoff. Or not. See, that one has knockoff, but this one didn't. I need to give this one knockoff. Knockoff. Okay, and this is Genesect with a burn. Okay, I need to remove this one's burn drive. Oh, there's my Giratina. It's in my party. Arena Trap plus Skill Trap Druid. Haha. That would be fun. Okay, and then I need to grab my other guy. So this has knockoff, and then this guy has knockoff. Okay. And then... Yeah. Yeah, because it's easy to share. Ooh. Imprison. That sounds really good. Potentially buggy, too. Alright, so I need to... Let's go ahead and use Howl, and then I'll kill off the Milcery. And I actually need to damage the Zeraora, though, so hopefully he hits me. Ah, shoot. He did hit me, but he hit the wrong one. Alright, I'm gonna switch out. I have to hit myself. Wait, no, it's level 100, right? That did kill me. Dialga has... Yeah, Iron Tail. That's pretty weak. Oh, it doesn't have Electrify. I forgot to leave it Electrify. Dang it. Okay, well, I can't test that now. Shoot. That's annoying. I actually will go back and do that one again. Okay, anyway, let's test the knockoffs jank. So, if I switch in Genesect and switch in Dialga... Okay. So this Genesect has no drive, and this Dialga has the burn drive. So if I use knockoff on Dialga, it should just let me remove it, but we'll find out. Knockoff. It did not remove it. Interesting. Okay. So it did not remove my burn drive there. So now I'll switch in one with burn drive. And now I'll use knockoff once more. I also show my stats here. Because I'm pretty sure as long as you fail to remove the item at all, then it won't get the boost. So if I use knockoff again here. Yeah, that's about the same damage. So now I'm going to switch into my other Pokemon with knockoff. I don't think so. I think we're going to find out real fast here. I think it's only if it's tied to the particular Pokemon that normally that's how that works. So if I use knockoff here, bingo! I removed the burn drive that time. Yep. I thought so. Yeah, I was looking into this for knockoff. So if the Pokemon itself is so the way knockoff works. Let me from when I was looking into it, this is how I was looking at it. I'm like, this doesn't seem right for knockoff. But what it does is it checks it checks whether or not you can't knock it off for the target, but then it also checks to see if the attacker with the target's item would be like one of those that you can't remove. So normally this is used in other stuff like Thief or like Pickpocket, but it's also used in knockoff for some reason. So yeah, this behavior happens. So that is right then. Okay, so I was looking at it correctly. So that's interesting. So now I can go ahead and just kill that. I don't think it's spaghetti code. I think they just used the wrong code. So like they have stuff set aside for like just a specific target, but they just weren't using the right one. Because this has been like that. I'm pretty sure this probably would have been the same since back to Gen 5, if I had to guess. So, anyway, now I need to do the Electrify test. And so in order to do that, I'm going to need to... Yeah, like, for example, Z crystals. You can never remove Z crystals no matter what. But you can... And I think you can also, like, remove a Megastone as long as it's not the Pokemon that corresponds with it. Like, if you're using, say, a Kangaskhanite on a non-Kangaskhan, then you can knock that item off, but you cannot knock it off on a Kangaskhan. So, yeah. No, I think you, yeah, I don't think there's anything else that's, like, generally unknockable. Unless there's something new to add in Gen 8 that I'm not thinking off top of my head. So I need to give this Aura Electrify. I'm also going to make it level 100 just so it doesn't die to anything. And also give it Belly Drum so it can hurt itself. Okay. And I'll go ahead and I'll fly over to... Also, another thing you can see here, this is just the in-game mechanic. You can see my item is still there. That does that for all items like that. It says knockoff isn't affected by King's Rock. What do they mean by isn't affected by? I don't know what they mean by isn't affected by. Because the flinching happens when you're holding the King's Rock, not the opponent. So I don't know what they mean by isn't affecting. Unless they're trying to say, if you use knockoff with King's Rock, you can't flinch, which is almost certainly wrong. Can you give the reference to that? Alright, I'll take a look at that in a little bit. Oh, I don't want to... Actually, Belly Drum is pretty bad. Male. Oh, yeah, male. Good old male. I'm male. Must count for something. Can't be knocked off from any Pokemon. And again, I'm pretty sure that's not correct in the modern games. It might have been correct, like, in older games. But again, I'm pretty sure. I still need to damage that. Oh. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, is the knockoff King's Rock thing mentioned after that point? Also, I love how these guys, they just, for whatever reason, think it's a brilliant idea to use Helping Hand when they don't have an ally. I know they're like not like the smartest CPUs, but it's only in the flags. Only in the flag section. Okay, I'll have to look at it in a bit. Let me pull it up. I don't see King's Rock anywhere. What are you talking about? I control that for King. Oh, not affected by King's Rock. Oh, I see what you're saying, and the flag's there. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that section means at all. Because I'm pretty... Yeah, I don't know what that means. Anyway, so let's go ahead and show Decorate again. Yep, so you can see I was able to boost my stuff just fine. And now I'll use Aromatic Mist, or Aromatic Mist, or Aroma something Mist. I'm still having to raise my special attack. So, moves that target another opponent that are in this type category, or this move category, I should say, seem to still work. I'm curious about Howl. It still works for Howl. That makes sense. Alright, and I'll do the same thing for coaching. Yep, it lets it through. So there's a number of moves like that will have the same property of like Volt Absorb and stuff. I'll have to delve into that a little bit deeper later. So now I want to go ahead and do the Smoke Ball Ghost type. So let me find a Ghost type Smoke Ball. Yeah. Maybe it was like an older gen thing. I don't know, because I don't know what is a King's Rock flag. But I'm not even gonna bother testing like whether or not you can flinch, because surely you can. Yeah, I'll fly to Wild Area again. Thunder Punch isn't affected, Volt Switch is affected? Yeah, okay, we're just gonna assume we understand what it means. Oh, perfect, a DaWoblefet. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yep, it says Smoke Ball, so. Yeah, here's the DaWoblefet. Let me use some DaWoblefets. Yep. And actually, I'll find another one of these DaWoblefets and remove my Smoke Ball, because that's like ultra fleeing at that point. Because with like, I'll show you a Zero Aura, you cannot switch if there's a, or you can't run away if there's one of those. Alright, where's another DaWoblefet? Oh, there, yeah, there we go. I thought I remembered them populating a bunch around here. Yep, so I can't escape. I can't switch to that guy either. Of course, I could escape by using a Pokédoll. Where are my Pokédolls at? Pokédoll. It's an older gen thing. You like the newer gen moves don't have it? What? Where was the Machoke in that? Well, what do you know? I wonder how they would... It must be a dynamiting thing, because I'm like, otherwise how would you know for, like, Waterfall? Unless Waterfall didn't flinch back in the day. But yep, I'm able to run away just fine here. Okay. Okay. I want to test the knockoff stuff a little bit more, because that's pretty interesting to me. I thought there was something else I wanted to add that I was thinking about. Okay. Because, like, in modern gens, King's Rock can only boost moves that don't already have a flinch chance. Which I think is probably for the best. Alright. So let's think of a couple of examples with knockoff. So, got my Giratina in here. So I'm curious how this works, like, with, like, well, Mega Stones wouldn't matter. Because there's no Megas in this game. Because if this is... anyway. I would think this actually might... No, it wouldn't apply to Rayquaza. Right. Let me double check something real fast. Yeah, because otherwise, yeah, it wouldn't return back. Yeah, so. Okay. Can you cause sleeping or frozen Pokemon to flinch? It means they wouldn't take a sleep turn. So let's go ahead and... Is there any other Pokemon that, like, are in the game that are like Genesect or Giratina? Where they can, what am I thinking about? Where you can, where they actually learn knockoff? Sorry, because I'm trying to think if there's any relevant Pokemon that can do this. For fun. Zacian? Yeah, they can learn knockoff. I'll just show off an example with Giratina then. Necrozma? No, because... Yeah. And it's not in the game either. And yeah, I don't count Necrozma for that. Okay, anything else learn knockoff that I can potentially mess around with? I don't know why I'm doing it this way, but why I decided all of a sudden to use this, but okay. Let me just go through the list of things that are like immune. Kyogre, but Blue Orb and Red Orb aren't in the game anymore. Silvally with Memories. Megas would be relevant in 7, but there's no Mega Stones to knock around here, so you can't mess with those. There, well, we'll use Surfetched, and then I think I'll do one of the Magician, or not the Magician Jank, but the Sparkling Dust versus Shield Dust Burn carrying on multiple Fangs Jank. So that, in order to do this, I'm gonna need a couple more things. So let me go ahead and go to box 10. This is gonna be tricky to do all, but I need Shield Dust. I need Skill Swap. And then I need something with Trick. With Focus Sash. And then I need something strong with Sparkling Aria. Is there any else that'll work? Sparkling Aria. And then I need like a level 1 Pokemon with Will-O-Wisp. Like a level 1 Prankster with Will-O-Wisp. just use this guy. This will be kind of awkward because I have to like pivot into it. So maybe I'll give Persian teleport. So that way I can switch around a little bit easier. Okay, level 1 with Wisp. Okay. So that way I have a safe switch. Yeah, filters are very poor in this game. So now if I go ahead and I'm gonna skill swap onto Swirlix. I think that's all the way I'll do it. And I'll use knockoff. Yep, I was unable to remove that, and that's not due to shield dust, because we actually in our previous recent research on shield dust, we know that knockoff can remove items from shield dust. So let's go ahead and now I'll keep you in. It doesn't really matter what I do, so I'll just soak. Knockoff is very good. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed gem shield dust mechanics for what's it called? For Scarlet Violet with Covert Cloak, but it can't be too many because there's not really that many that depend on it as it is right now. So knockoff. Yep. I'm able to knock off the Grizzly Sword just fine. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and I'll switch into this guy and also the Zerner. Yeah, the buff that they gave it was very important. People didn't realize the utility of it as well until they buffed it, and then people like backported it into older gens and like, oh wow, shoot, removing items is actually pretty good, even when you don't deal like any damage. Like the utility of it is really strong. I accidentally I got confused. So I need to actually. So now I'll trick the Swirlix. This has sparkling, right? Okay, good. Then I'll full restore this guy. So now the Swirlix has Focus Sash and Shield Dust. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and teleport out into this guy, and I'm hoping that I don't miss my Will-O-Wisp. If I miss my Will-O-Wisp, that would be really sad. Oh. If I miss my Will-O-Wisp, this would kind of stink. So I'm gonna go Sableye. So what I'm gonna do here, when I was testing Sparkling Aria, I was able to determine that if you're like in singles, then Shield Dust will activate, if you will. Shield Dust will trigger in relation to Sparkling Aria, which will prevent the burn from being cured in singles. Also, if you're in doubles and the move is single target from the start, from the get-go, then it will also prevent the burn from being cured. What I don't know is whether or not this will apply if I use Will-O-Wisp here and then I kill everything else but the Pokemon that would be cured from burn. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Sparkling Aria. It'll kill Sableye, it'll kill Milcery, and it'll bring Snorlax down to its sash. It ideally should be burned as well, so we should be able to find out whether or not the Shield Dust will kick in if, like, both the other Pokemon faint, because Sparkling Aria cures burns after the, like, time of fainting. So if it only, like, recognizes, oh, there's only one Pokemon left, then it might not cure the burn. The Sableye is not Runaway. It was before, but that was just because I was genning it in. This one is Prankster. Or it better be Prankster. Yep, Will-O-Wisp. Good, I connected. Okay. Sparkling Aria. Kill Sableye. Hit both of these guys. Yep, bring it down to Sash. Kill that guy. Now does it cure burn? It does cure the burn. So it is still based on whether the attack was single target at the time that it was used, and not whether or not the, like, end result, I suppose, was single target at that point. So that was just, like, one, like, small caveat that I was a little worried about. So it does cure the burn, which means Shield Dust was not being active there. Because otherwise Shield Dust would have prevented Sparkling Aria from curing the burn. Which, I don't know why it doesn't in the first place, but whatever. That's what it does. Appletun would roll 30% everything but the Shield Dust mod. It might actually still roll it, but it won't apply it. I'm not 100% sure on burns whether or not it will, like, still run an RNG call. But it will definitely run a 30% for the other two as well. That's for sure. But I don't know if it runs an RNG call for the other one, or if it skips it completely. Either way, it won't get burned. What's going on, guys? This is DaWoblefet, and a quick follow-up to the video that I just did that included details on how Electrify worked with boosting moves that with the relationship between that and Electrify, or excuse me, the relationship between that and Volt Absorb. I wanted to show off the relationship between those effects as well, and Lightning Rod. So you can see here, Zeraora has Lightning Rod here, redirects the attack, and then it does not get a special attack boost, instead just absorbs them. So it actually bypasses that, so you can see here that I bypassed that. So if I do the same thing now with Howl, and then I do Electrify once more. So on that one, Lightning Rod doesn't even play. Doesn't even trigger. So if I do a similar thing, I'm going to go ahead and just switch into my other Zeraora. I'm not going to use Hail because that could kill me. Or Freeze Dry because that could freeze me. I don't want to do that. So Zeraora has Motor Drive, as you saw there. So now if I use Decorate and Electrify, you'll see it once again bypasses. And I'll do the same thing with Howl. And once again bypasses both Reese attack.